Coming to you from the 12th floor of the Mont Bleu Resort Casino and Spa on the beautiful south shore of Lake Tahoe, this is Wake Up Tahoe with Dreu Murin. Wake Up Tahoe is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Good morning and happy Thursday. It is April 25th. Lillian Rose Stewart, my guest this morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning, Tahoe.
Gosh, glad to have you on the show.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. I got some things to tell you.
I guess you do. You've done it all. I'm looking at your bio here. It's 375 pages, and it takes up 75 gigs on my overloaded my iPad.
I think you're exaggerating.
It's amazing what you've done. We're going to get to that here quick with Lillian, but first of all, 63 degrees is going to be your high today, and sunny skies. That wind's kind of gone. Beautiful beach weather, isn't it?
Perfect.
You a golfer?
Perfect. No.
Do you just go to the bar at the golf course? That's always a good thing to do.
19th hole. I'm in for that.
Everybody knows the 19th hole. It's a great time. But all the golf courses starting to open up here. Lake Tahoe Golf Course will be the first to have their locals day. That's going to be May 8th, so that's only a couple of weeks away. So start putting that on your calendars, as well as Edgewood announced a June 9th opening.
Okay,
right
it's
here
all happening
State
here.
Line. It is.
It's all happening.
It is. I'm one of those guys that shows up with 2 golf clubs.
One for each hand?
One for each hand, and it leaves enough room in the bag for beer.
Oh, there
See?
you go. But
Always
if
thinking.
your hands are full of golf clubs, how do you drink the beer?
Oh, the golf clubs.
You got one of those hats with the...
There you go, the little beer
Yeah.
koozie hats.
Oh, okay.
I
That
love
works
the
for
idea
me.
there. I love the idea. Hey, we want to thank all of our studio audience for showing up today. We're up to approximately, I think, 74 in our live studio. Very quiet today. They're a little tired,
It's very
starting
nice.
off a little. So much happening around Lake Tahoe today. We're going to talk all about what's going on this weekend. At Fabulous Tahoe gave us a great concert lineup, and we'll be issuing his concert report here soon. So follow him on Twitter.
Issuing?
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, let me tell you. So we're going to follow that. Also, last night we went to the TAMA, Tahoe Area Mountain Bike Association fundraiser. They're raising money for the Corral Trail or Corral Loop.
Oh, yeah.
You know about it?
Oh, yeah, I do. I voted.
You voted.
I voted.
Everybody needs to vote. And so now it's resulted in trying to raise money for it. They had a great fundraiser, veggie burgers and chicken hot dogs.
Yo. Sounds great to me.
I showed up. I'm like, hey, I'll take a veggie burger. He's like, they're not ready yet. I'm like, they're a veggie burger. You just put them in the sun for like 2 minutes and they're ready to go, right?
Yeah.
But had a blast there. Thank you to everybody who came out. Even Curtis Fong. You know Curtis Fong.
Curtis, my man.
Yeah, Curtis Fong.
The guy from Tahoe.
The guy from Tahoe showed up last night, so it was really exciting. Also, Lake Tahoe Pizza. Yesterday was the last day for their 40% off 40th anniversary party.
Oh, no.
So you showed up, 40% off the check. We all showed up, had a great time. And Brendan and the folks down there at Lake Tahoe Pizza actually are going to be on the show talking pizza.
Oh, great, great.
You ever heard of corn crust?
No, haven't done
They
that
have
one.
a corn one. We'll talk about it coming up on the show. But Lillian, first of all, I'm looking at your bio, and seriously, I needed like 3 weeks to go over it all.
Homework.
Amazing what you've done. Longtime local here in Tahoe, actress, screenwriter, retired bus driver. I mean, it all kind of goes hand in hand.
Oh, yeah. That's how it happens, You just go right down the tubes. There you go.
So where did you start off at? Kansas, you said?
Yeah. Back east. Well, we moved out, my family moved out to San Diego when I was a child, so I'd grown up in California and Nevada. Spent most of my adult life in Nevada driving a ski bus in Tahoe.
Rough life you had.
Oh, it was
Tell
terrible.
us about driving the buses in winter. Doesn't seem like it'd be fun.
Oh, it can be fun. I'll tell you, it's a lot easier now than it used to be because now they have a little switch on the dash. You can flip the switch. The chains come down, roll under the tires. Now, in the old days, you had to get out of the bus, crawl under the bus, lay the chains around. You still do in some conditions. And then tighten the chains down and then get back on the bus. And by now you're soaking wet, you're dirty,
You used to do this?
We did that. When I was driving Heavenly out of Boulder, the only time you needed chains was to climb out of the Boulder Lodge.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put them on, drove 3.25 miles, took them off, drove down, come back up, put them back on, take them off. Now they just beep.
They need to put those on all the Priuses around town.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? A battery-operated it'll switch, and then it'd be little chains. It wouldn't be like it'd be like gold chains that rappers wear, kind of flipping under there all the time.
That would probably work. I don't know. I'll write Prius and suggest that to them. But you can get them on your car. You can? As an aftermarket product, you can buy them.
Go to Chevy.com right now, and I'm going to check that out.
Yeah.
But you've done a lot of different things. What's been the most enjoyable thing that you've ever done?
I have to tell you, I really enjoyed my career as a bus driver. Yeah. We had a lot of fun. And I'm sorry I missed your Monday show because
We were getting married right here on the show.
Yeah.
And we film it in the wedding chapel here at Mont Bleu Resort Casino. And you have a great story about this.
Oh, yeah, this is wonderful. It starts out sad. I pulled up to a bus stop, and these people climbed on the bus, and this one little gal, she was just in tears. She was distraught. It was horrible. Turns out she was, they were getting married at one of our little chapels here in town, and they had picked this special date to them, and they wanted to get married on this special date in Tahoe. Well, turns out the bride forgot some important paperwork, and they had to cancel it. So they're getting on the bus. She's distraught in tears. I talked to the groom. I go, what's the matter? What's going on here? He told me the story, and I thought, oh, you know what? This is Tahoe. Heck with it. I threw on the four-way flashers. We pulled over to the side of the road. I called the groom up. The bride walked down the bus aisle.
Stay classy, Tahoe.
And by the power invested in me by the great state of Nevada, Department of Motor Vehicles, I pronounced them man and wife. So they got to have their wedding in Tahoe on their special date.
Right there on the bus.
And they were supposed to send me pictures. Where are my pictures?
Yeah, where are the pictures? Send the pictures. I want to see this. Was there like spectators? Was there people there? Like you needed
We had an audience and
Okay.
somebody to give the bride away. And it was really, she said, you turned the worst day of my life into the best day of my life. And I said, well, welcome to Tahoe. We do things our own way.
We totally do. Getting married on a bus. I have to admit, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Oh, it's true story.
Lillian, so glad having you on the show. We're going to take a quick break here. I'll Wake Up Tahoe, and we'll be back taking a look at stand-up paddling.
Yay. This is for me. I want to try that one.
It more when we come back. Welcome back to the show. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Wake Up Tahoe or tweet us at Wake Up Tahoe. Are you a tweeter?
No.
Not yet.
No, I'm learning.
You're learning.
I'm getting there.
There's so much these days, Lily.
Oh, I know.
You got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Pinterest, you got Instagram, you
Google
got Google
Plus.
you got websites, you got the newspaper. No, you don't really have a newspaper anymore. But you got all this stuff. It's you need and then you got tablets and cell phones and computers, and then you got Jack Durst yelling at you when you don't do it right.
Yeah, Jack.
No, we love him.
I'm pretty much from Generation, huh?
Yeah, that's a good one, actually. Generation, huh? And I'm from Generation, like, why? Why do we have to do it? Why? Yeah, Lillian, stand-up paddling, though. Wednesday night sub-series. You just saw a little taste of it there.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching that. Yeah, I love their morning report where they don't say a word and they just pan over the lake and the mountains. I love that. But I think we should have a grandma challenge
Here it is.
on the stand-up paddle. All you grandmas out there come and join me down at Stand Up Paddle, and we'll have a challenge.
All right.
Okay, now I haven't talked.
You haven't informed anybody of this yet.
They're going to get phone calls. What?
This is going to be exciting. So we start Wednesday nights on May 29th.
Cool.
Or May 29th.
May.
May 29th, yes.
April's almost over.
But this is going to be exciting because I think that's a good one. Lillian Rose is going to head the Grandma Challenge
The Grandma
Wednesday Night
Challenge.
Sub-Series. This is going to be exciting.
I'm ready.
I get to announce it, so I'll be calling your name a lot.
Okay, yeah, cool. That's cool. In fishnet, though. He has to wear fishnet.
Oh, you going to wear fishnets with me?
Oh, we don't want to go there.
See Lillian and Drew with you with fishnets paddling around the lake. Hey, all the ski resorts will complete the 2012-13 season this weekend. Squaw Valley shut down. Alpine going to shut down. Most of the Vail resorts all shut down last week. Sad to see it go, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Poor Curtis.
What's he going to do for 10
Poor
minutes
Curtis
every day?
Fong. We'll have to find something to entertain him.
Actually, he's going to come on the show. We're going to talk some biking because America's Most Beautiful Bike Ride is right around the corner.
That's right.
3,500 riders in America's Most Beautiful Bike Ride this year.
Cool. Can you believe that?
There's not going to be a car on the street. There's just going to be bicycles everywhere. So even Jack Durst is going to be out there riding his bike at Fabulous Tahoe.
With a camera.
With a camera
and the lights.
and a microphone. So if you get a microphone shoved in your face while you're riding your bike, it's him. He's okay. But yeah, all the resorts will be shutting down, so the ski season's over. There'll be a lot of backcountry, though. And you know what's amazing is we didn't really have the snow year we thought we were going to have this year. But Colorado.
Oh, I know.
Colorado. They're going to stay open through, I think they're planning on staying open through next December.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be a bit surprised because you see all the snow they've gotten out there? My
They're sitting on 27 feet of snow right now.
Yeah, we should truck some of it back over here.
That's a good idea. I think Vail Resorts is actually planning on putting a gondola in from the Heavenly Village all the way to Vail.
Oh, yeah, it works for me.
So it's you got to pack some luggage, and you get your little gondola. It's got a little sink, toilet.
Bring the kids,
You'll be there tomorrow morning. You might get there quicker than the bus lines.
Hey.
Since you're not driving anymore.
Well, there you go.
Let's talk about some of your bus driver, actress. We're going to get to your acting here in a minute and kind of the project you're working on here shortly. But first of all, the Tahoe Queen Shuttle. I'm sure you saw some pretty interesting stuff there.
Well, yes. That was so much fun. I don't know if you guys remember, but for a while, we had found a couple of buses parked behind the Calneva over on the North Shore.
Just found them?
Just sat there. We found them.
With the keys in them?
Yeah. And turns out they were two of the original ski shuttles from the 1960 Winter Olympics. So we brought them down. No way. We brought them down to South Shore. And we thought, well, hey, this will be a great idea. We'll make the buses look like the boat. Do you remember the big black smokestacks and the red paddle wheels on the buses going down the street?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we used to have so much fun with that.
So you decorate them, then drove them around. I'm sure you saw some pretty crazy antics. This was back, a couple weeks ago? 3, 4, 5 weeks ago? When was this? When was this whole thing?
The Tahoe Queen show? Oh, no, that was years ago. That was years ago.
Like the 80s, 90s?
Yeah, 90s.
90s.
Early 90s.
Can you still get those boats, or you sell them on eBay?
No, one of them... One of them is on display somewhere, and forgive me, I can't think of it right now, but I think the other one was crashed. The thing is, they were built by Grumman Bus Company, but they weren't equipped with power steering. So if you wanted to turn on a tight turn on the bus, the steering wheel was this big. You had to stand up and grab the steering wheel just to turn that bus around the corner. Those were the good old days.
That was like a workout back then. See,
yeah,
today,
it was.
People don't have the muscle tone they used to because of power steering. Back then, all the bus drivers, they'd walk around like this because you're steering that big old bus.
Oh, yeah, now they look like a cockpit. They've got all these bells and whistles
pushing
and
buttons all the
dangles.
time. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they don't know what it's like.
Lillian, it's great to have you. Island of Black and White talked to the band this morning. They are the winners of the Hard Rock Rising event that we had at Hard Rock Cafe. They are the top band of the year. They're vying for the top 25 spots in America. So out of 90 bands left, they're vying for the top 25, which go on to Vegas. So they need your vote. We're having a big party tomorrow night at Hard Rock Cafe. All you got to do is go to Reverb Nation or log on to Hard Rock Lake Tahoe to vote for them. Vote, 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 vote. Lillian's going to vote at the break.
Yeah.
And we're going to take another break here on Wake Up Tahoe. When we come back, we are going to talk more about your acting career.
Oh, my.
Give me some acting real quick.
Some acting?
Yeah. We'll be back with Wake Up Tahoe right after this. I'm Drew with Getaway Reno Tahoe, and today I'm taking my mom, Marianne, shopping at one of Carson Valley's hidden treasures, especially for you. My mom is what they consider a seasoned professional shopper. and I couldn't wait to see her in action. The boutique was packed and the shopping competition was fierce. Marcia, the owner, assisted us in building Mom a truly unique Bright and Charm bracelet using nothing less than a special order getaway guide charm available exclusively and especially for you. Now, speaking of jewelry, my mom is a huge jewelry fanatic and sometimes wears enough bling to land her a spot on a Ghostface Killer rap video. Before I knew it, I turned into a human clothes rack as Mom kept piling heaps upon heaps of garments in my arms, even hanging clothes hangers from my ears and lips. I couldn't help but notice the wine, cheese, and crackers set out on the table, which is a highlight of Especially For You's Saturday social event. And finally, a toast was in order and we continued shopping. Now, with what felt like half the store in my hands and Marcia helping us out, we stopped to observe 2 pictures on the wall. With numerous pictures to choose from, Mom had to pick the 2 toughest ones to retrieve. Poor Bill had to take his life in his own hands and heroically scale the wall like Spider-Man in order to fulfill her request. Thanks, Bill. Mom had to have this magnet board for her office, and by this time, it turned into her pointing and the getaway guy gathering and hauling items to the register. The purchase of the day had to be the boots. Marcia calls them corkies, my mom calls them crabbing boots, and boy was she excited. She had to try on every pair until she finally settled on the leopard print. You just can't have too many pair of rubber leopard cowboy boots around the house. With shopping bag after hefty shopping bag, my credit card was slowly gathering enough air miles for several trips to Milan. And I even thought I was going to have to rent a donkey to pack it to the car. Well, as you can see, we had a great time, especially for you, and my mom went nuts. So stop in, see Bill and Marcia, and tell them the getaway guy's mom sent you. Hey, Marcia, do you have these in my size? Welcome back to the show. A little concert update. Don't forget to follow @FabulousTahoe for all the updates on Twitter. All you want to do is, when I wake up, pull up Twitter. Fabulous Tahoe has everything lined out for you for the entire day. Here's what's coming on this week. Trey Stone played with Tower of Power. Yeah, he's going to be at McPhee's Pub Tahoe all throughout the weekend. Black Heat Sujaa and Black Pussy will be playing at Whiskey Dick's tomorrow night.
Okay.
So, what do you? Any thoughts? Any ideas? That show should be good.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Preferably, black cat attire is needed, and then the one and only Middle East movement. Far East movement. Let me get this straight. Yeah, not the Middle East. No, not movement. Yeah. My apologies. Far East Movement. Not going to be bringing Dev in, but they'll be playing at Peak Nightclub at Harris and Harvey's over there. So that's going to be a good show. That's Saturday night. Far East Movement. Now, they play like a G6.
There's a good one.
If anybody could afford a G6 airplane, it would be them.
Oh.
With 1.6 million hits on YouTube or something like that.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
there you go.
So there's your concert report. You ever flown an airplane?
Yes, I have.
And? It obviously worked out well because you're still here.
Oh, well, I did this. I didn't do landing or taking off, but they let me do that, and
What haven't you done, Lillian Rose?
You know what? I haven't driven a train, and it's always been a dream of mine.
Well, we'll see.
To just power that train right down the tracks. Yeah. Oh. Anybody got a train?
Bring it over. Lillian wants to drive it. Hey, real quick, though, acting. You left us with a little taste of acting. And
yes.
How's that going?
I did. Well, I've gone on to bigger and better things.
Okay.
Now I'm in the other side. I didn't do a great deal of acting, but I did do some Tahoe acting. And I was in, a few years back, a director and producer, Ron Shelton, did the story of Ty Cobb, the greatest baseball player that ever lived.
Of course. Great
movie. And it was called Cobb, and it was filmed over at the Cal Neva on the North Shore. And I got to be in 2 scenes.
Listen to that. Did you have any speaking roles?
No, but I did have a close-up. He liked me, and he invited me to come for a close-up. And then I got to talk with Tommy Lee Jones and Robert Wool, and we just had a grand old time.
How's Tommy Lee Jones?
What a guy. I got to tell you. Oh,
this is cool.
This is such a major talent. Yeah. I can't even begin to tell you. Ty Cobb is an interesting character anyway.
Sure.
But the minute he walked through the door and they were rolling and Ron called action, this man turned into Ty Cobb. And I had been standing there talking to him for several minutes. And I was dumbfounded. But anyway, my great role with Tommy Lee Jones, along with his stellar performance, ended up on the cutting room floor.
Did they give you that? They always end up on the cutting room floor.
But you know, you can see the back of my head in the other shot.
Well, you know, so that's what they say about me. This is my good side back here.
That's your good side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're, man.
Speaking of
How cool is that, though?
Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. We worked 17 hours a day. They paid us $75 a day.
About what we make here for a week.
Yeah, there you go. But they fed us like kings. Oh, boy.
And now you're working on a new project.
Yes, I am.
Why don't you give us a little hint of that?
Well, I've got a screenplay that's loosely based, and I say loosely based, on my life as a bus driver here in Tahoe. And it's, I call it Artful Turning in the Demon White. Those are taken from actual dialogue lines in the screenplay. Whoever eventually produces or purchases this will probably name it something else, but that's what I'm calling it. And it's a kind of a fast-paced comedy about blue-collar life in Tahoe. Shout out to all my blue-collar friends, bus drivers,
We're all there.
waitresses.
We're all there. That's cool. So it's coming along pretty good. Now you started up a Kickstarter, I hear.
Yeah, we're working on a Kickstarter. I just finished shooting some footage with Brandy Ann over at Tahoe Production House.
Fabulous.
And it's in the edit suite right now, and Tim Whaley, our cinematographer, is working on that. I'm going to be shooting some more footage today with your famous cameraman over here, Mr. Jack Durst from Fabulous Lake Tahoe. And I'm trying to put together a Kickstarter project to raise enough money to produce the sizzle reel.
Gotta get the sizzler. Get people interested. It's like sizzle.
Yeah.
It's like bacon.
Yeah, there you go.
You want to have like bacon on the mind sizzling
when you watch it. So there's a lot of things going on. We're starting to get a lot of interest. So come on down to Tahoe. We'll put you in the movie.
There you go. Take it. Casting roles right now. Our own Adria wants to sign up for a speaking role.
Oh, I got a part for Adria.
Okay, perfect. Zephyr Cove Resort. We're going to come back to that in a second. But Zephyr Cove Resort's got all their boats in the water. $99 an hour. That is cheap for a boat. And you don't even have to like fill it up with gas after. You just go drive it. Hand off the keys, you're done. Because the worst thing about owning a boat is all the maintenance. You're going to spend like $999,000 if you have your own boat. But nope, $99 an hour over there at Zephyr Cove. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, let's go.
You used to drive the bus there. I'm sure you heard some pretty good boating stories.
Oh, well, we'll get to that later.
Guest book shout-outs. Everybody sign in our guest book at wakeuptahoe.com. We have a couple here. Brian Jeffrey works at Meeks Lumber right here on 50. He says, had a blast on the show with Drew. Can't wait to come back.
Yay,
well, Brian, come back.
Yay.
Easy enough. Sarah Eggleston, the beautiful wife of Chris Eggleston, the MMA fighter. He says, I love the show. Very entertaining and informative. I can't think of a better way to spend a half an hour.
Yay,
keep up the good work.
Sarah. Yay, Sarah.
So thank you, Sarah Eggleston. Don't forget to sign our guest book at wakeuptahoe.com. Follow us on Facebook, all the good stuff. Lillian and I will be right back. We're going to take a look at what Getaway's up to. They're here right at the beautiful Mont Bleu Resort, Casino, and Spa. Let's take a look.
I'm Megan with Getaway Reno Tahoe, and I've finally arrived here at Mont Bleu Resort Casino here in South Lake Tahoe. Time to check in, get changed, and have some fun. great night at Mont Bleu. Cheers.
Welcome back to the show. Mont Bleu Hotel Resort Casino and Spa, home of the 99-cent taco, and wash it down with a 99-cent margarita.
Okay, I'm
for
in.
$2. Taste settles your taste buds and settles your alcohol addiction. Nothing better than that. It's absolutely fabulous.
And you can go back for seconds?
You can.
Okay.
It costs you another $1 and
Fine.
another $1.
Let's
So,
go.
you know, it's great for the entertainment industry, if you know what I mean, because they're usually walking around with lots of dollars. So, for cash. Lillian, first of all, before we get to you, I have a little public service announcement for everybody in Tahoe. We talked about coyotes running rapid around Lake Tahoe. Aren't they crazy? They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So we have had an idea. You know, we've thrown out ideas like tranquilizing them and then shaving them and then painting like advertising on them. So we could have like the Wake Up Tahoe coyote running around. We could have the State Farm Insurance coyote, and then you could track them. You know, if they happen to wreak havoc at your house, it's like the State Farm coyote came over to my house.
Yeah, but what if the State Farm coyote eats the Mont Bleu coyote and the Wake Up Tahoe coyote?
Well, then you need to buy a new coyote. It's survival of the fittest out
buy
there,
a new coyote.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to start up that campaign here pretty quick. But first of all, Sylvester Stallone does not find coyotes a laughing matter whatsoever after his four-legged friend, Phoebe, over the weekend was caught running down in the Bel Air area in a coyote's mouth. Unfortunately, they put up a $10,000 reward to
get the coyote?
To bring the coyote to justice.
Bring the coyote to justice.
It had to be reported if the coyote has been sort of brought back in for arraignment. But we'll follow that story closely. $10,000.
What are they going to do then? An autopsy?
That's what I was wondering. Unfortunately, the young Phoebe did not make it after being released from the coyote's mouth due to a broken neck. The family's having a tough time coping with it, but we wish them well. But $10,000 here in Tahoe, you put up like a little sign that you wrote with crayon.
Have you seen my cat?
In Bel Air, they're putting up $10,000 rewards. Stop by the Sly's house, you know.
And that must be a pretty ritzy coyote.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have coyotes all over, so if you have small pets, be aware, keep them
careful.
inside. Or if they're being bad, just take them outside and like say, this is what could happen to you. See?
No,
it's a training regimen. Cesar Millan promotes it. You take the dog outside, you go, you want to come out here? You quit peeing on the floor, or else you're going outside with all the coyotes.
Oh, the big coyote threat. I get it now.
So let's talk about your first of all, your screenplay and how people can help.
Oh, okay. Well, the screenplay is titled Artful Turning in the Demon White, and it's a fast-paced comedy about blue-collar life in Tahoe. Laced with some drama when a ski bus is caught in an avalanche, and the community has to come together to rescue the passengers on the bus.
What time of day does this happen? The bus hitting the avalanche.
Well, you know what? No, it follows a concert scene, and they're returning from a concert.
Oh, okay.
And so it's evening. You have to be careful because if you're shooting a movie, you know, on a snow-covered mountain, you have the world's largest whiteboard.
Yeah.
But now technology has come so far that you can actually do things like that. But what's the question?
I'm just excited because the whole community's got to grab a shovel.
Oh, yes.
You know, you see the movies where you grab pitchforks and flames and stuff, but no, they're putting those away and grabbing shovels.
Yeah, a sequence of events, and the regular natural responders, a lot of the fire, police, rescue, the avalanche dogs can't get to this particular location. So the community has to come together, and we've seen this community come together so many times. And but I don't want to tell the whole movie.
No, you just gave a little sizzle there.
Yeah, that's a sizzle.
I felt it. I was sizzling. It was like I had
Where's the bacon?
I had some icy hot on me or something. I was sizzling. There's a little taste of it, though. Now, how do people find you and get more information? Website?
Okay. The website is bluemountainskink.com. Funny name, I know, but it's close to my heart. You know what a blue mountain skink is?
I have no idea.
It's a rare, endangered little tiny lizard that lives in the Blue Mountains. Okay. About 60 miles east of Sydney, Australia.
So we're bringing a little Australia to Tahoe.
Yeah, and it touched my heart, and I was looking, up Blue Mountain, and what do you name the thing, So I named the production company Blue Mountain Skink. So it's bluemountainskink.com. so that I can give a little shout out to a tiny little creature that lives under a rock half a world away.
Let's save the skinks.
Save the blue skinks.
That's going to be Adra's new nickname, I think. Skink.
Oh, okay.
Can we
Well,
call
you
her
know, I've
Skink?
heard a lot. I've heard skink, skank, stink, stank, stunk.
Do not call her that.
No.
You will get slapped.
Because we're honoring this tiny little creature before it's gone forever from the face of the earth. Doesn't have anything to do with the movie. Who cares?
Lillian Rose, I'll tell you what, this weekend, a little update. If you're coming into Lake Tahoe, tomorrow night, like we said, Trey Stone. Also tomorrow night, Hard Rock Cafe, bringing in Island of Black and White. We're
Island
having
of
a
Black
big
and White.
Promote the Vote party.
Yep.
Bring all your skinks out to Hard Rock Cafe
And
tomorrow
vote.
night. And vote. Lillian just voted at halftime.
Yay.
So yes, we're going to all have that party tomorrow. They're going to play 3 or 4 hours there. So you get some
wow.
live entertainment there,
Okay.
Island of Black and White. And we're trying, like I said, to get them to the next level.
And we got to
so
get it
that's gonna
going.
Be super
We
excited.
got on with them.
We got to get with them.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
got to get them
Oh,
going.
we do. Also, would like to thank Locals Guide to Tahoe, Getaway Reno Tahoe, Mont Bleu Resort Casino for providing this beautiful setting. Is this one of the greatest studios you've ever seen,
I
Lillian?
know, I know.
You know?
Makes you want to get a hang glider or one of those little parachute thingies and go flying right out the
I
window.
thought if, one of these days they just...
There's a challenge for you.
End the show with base jumping. We'll just
Yeah, in
see you later.
fishnets.
In fish, you like this fishnet thing.
I do,
Hey,
I'm
remember
with it.
500 Twitter followers at Wake Up Tahoe. Drew with you right here. We'll be wearing fishnets on the show.
Okay.
I'm going to work it out, trying to fit that in.
Okay, yeah.
Zapflat Production House, and don't forget at Fabulous Tahoe. Thanks you all for tuning in today. Tomorrow's show, we'll have Island of Black and White on the show.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yay.
Yes, Chris,
Yay.
John. We're going to have Joelle. We're going to have everybody on the show tomorrow, so we can't wait for it. And thank you to an entire studio audience
Come
for showing
down.
up. 12th floor of Mont Bleu. Show up any morning between 10 and 10:30. You could be here. See you tomorrow, folks. Lillian, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having
see
me. Bye, Tal.